According to an updated phone conversation from Flock on the Inside, Clock's attorneys made a significant attempt to get Flock released in 2025.
I had no going on, man. Flock, because I had no stuff to do. Yeah, like, feed me to the guys, man. And, you know, like, I'll be back real soon. Shout out to my fans, my supporters, man. I love all y'all, man. For all the youth out there, the guys, man. For me, and do what y'all supposed to do, man. For me, get some life connections, man. Like, get money. You know, man, I'll get it real soon.
According to an article, Flock's team raised concerns about the rapper's current jail situation, saying that inmates are pursuing him for money, snacks, and commissary goods, leaving him in multiple altercations. This is similar to Lion W. Melly's problems, as we witnessed Charleston White respond to Melly's case, who faces charges similar to Flock's. It was announced that Flock's stint in a bond quest early in court this morning. He has been incarcerated since 2020.
The YMW Melly. I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing about being mistreated. When you done chose to play, think somebody.
According to the new court filings, Oscar Hernandez was killed on December 23, 2021 by New York rapper Flock, better known by his stage name, Kevin Perez. Flock happened onto the barbershop while strolling through the city with two other folks. The allegations against Flock are the reason for his current jail status, but his lawyers believe he may soon be released. Flock appears to be wearing a shine mask and a blue jacket as he walks by the store. "What are you looking at?" asked the man, who was identified as Oscar Hernandez, when he came out and noticed Flock walking by. Forced the two, who had been ranting at each other for some time, to dispute back and forth on the street. Hernandez then began to make his way back to the barbershop, but Flock wasn't done with the fight and proceeded to attack Oscar Hernandez with a revolver he had taken from his waistband. Paramedics and police responded to multiple 911 calls after Hernandez was shot in the neck and back. Only shell casings from the Flock's rifle and Hernandez's slides, which he was wearing, remained at the adjacent hospital after Hernandez was immediately brought there. The masked individual was first unknown to the police. They quickly circulated this picture of the main suspect and asked for help identifying the individual. Because of the $4,000 clothing he had been showing off on Instagram just hours before, fans recognized it as Flock right away. Police obtained a warrant for Kevin Perez after fans contacted them. When he realized they had him, he spent his last free moment hiring one of the top lawyers in the industry before eventually entering the NYPD's 30th precinct. Flock brought himself in to authorities in the 30th precinct yesterday, and I accompanied him as his lawyer delivered the statement. After I found out he was sought, we began looking into the charges against him, but the NYPD got a tip that someone else was the hitter because of the district attorney's significant revelation this morning. We thus request that the district attorney's office provide the films that are referenced in the complaint. After we have had a chance to assess the case and further investigate the revelation, we will talk about bail. Clock's lawyer was presented with all of the federal information and came to the conclusion that Clock had acted in self-defense.
The guy hits the ground and is found. He's got a loaded that was in his pocket that his hand was on at the time. We consider that to be self-defense.
So he did keep him in self-defense?
That's what the allegation is. I don't want to talk too much about the details of the case,
Okay.
but the government claims that he pulled it. But at the same time, the person that was ground had his hand on a illegal loaded, apparently, together.
Okay. So without saying too much, you're arguing obviously self-defense. That's the crux.
That could be one of the arguments, self-defense, and I would say to the public, somebody who's walking up to you with a loaded, it's pretty clear is going to use it, with a criminal record a mile long. Do you want to get or do you not want it?
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't hesitate to pull it.
According to the NYPD, the incident occurred because of Flock's affiliation with the Bronx-based street team, Due to Flock's extensive history of street-related acts and the fact that he was a well-known figure for New York street teens, he was able to control many situations and was frequently targeted by his operations when they retaliated. The NYPD is attempting to discredit Clock in this instance by bringing up the street team affiliation, but we spoke with FL's best friend, and he had this to say.
Okay, but so I saw some fans who were off at both me and Academics after K-Flock got locked up. Well, just because I guess, like, you know, in our tone when we talked about it, you know, it might have seemed like we were being a little too presumptuous. But is that weird for you? Because I'm sure you see people all the way from rappers to whoever acting like, you know, your boy is just done and that he's cooked in this situation.
I ain't gonna lie, people, especially people that don't even be knowing, like, y'all don't even know what's going on.
Clock's attorneys concluded that Flock's claim of self-defense offered the best opportunity for his release. They were certain they could have won the case, and K-Flock would have been freed in the upcoming months of 2025, which prompted rappers to respond to this claim.
What's it like for you watching the K-Flock thing happen? That's crazy. Next big artist coming out of New York.
I love Flock, so I like that. That's my game.
Okay.
But you know, I'm wishing him the best right now, you know what I'm saying? And you know, for the alleged charges they pushing on him, you know what I'm saying? I'm wishing his family the best, I'm wishing the whole team the best and everything, you know what I'm saying? And I hope he beat them alleged charges, you know what I'm saying? Because he got a lot of future brightness. He got, I hope, you know what I'm saying? Everything just wake all the young kids up. Like how fat it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That would be a sad story if that's the end of it.
Yeah, we ain't gonna think like that, you know what I'm saying?
The following week, while K-Flock's team was getting ready for his defense, it was announced that K-Flock had been indicted by a federal grand jury on a number of new racketeering conspiracy charges, also known as RIO charges. In a statement, hip-hop creators and fans expressed concern for him, with one saying, "K-Flock just caught a RICO, it's over." DJ Academic said the feds just unsealed an indictment on K-Flock for a RICO charge, the mandatory minimum if he doesn't beat those charges or snitch his life in prison. This is consistent with the Fed's strategy to purge rappers. It's almost exactly what Bowie stated regarding Lai and Melly's case, stating that they will stop at nothing to get.
I knew they wanted them bad when they waited for that law to get passed. So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right, yeah.
When they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in the jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after mystery.
In a statement, K-Fleece's lawyers expressed their confusion at the RICO allegations against him, saying that they had been battling Kevin State charges for over a year and were not surprised by the federal charges. Although the charge wasn't very strong because the occurrence was obviously an act of self-defense, it's amazing that it's now being utilized as the foundation for a possible penalty case. Kevin was on the verge of getting hurt after attempting to leave the other individual, as the video makes evident. It was only then that Kev used an object to shield himself and another from an armed team member who was going to pull his gun out of his pocket. As we saw in the Academics report, Sticky, Clock's co-defendant, says that when they asked him to turn on Flock, he refused, stating, "I'll see you in 30 years. Sticky also shared a picture of himself on Instagram, writing, "I guess we got to defend our freedom together too." Remember that Oscar Hernandez was seen reaching into his pocket before K-Flock performed the act in the scene's footage. Given that he was around rival street people, K-Flock must have been tense and worried that Oscar might attempt a practical joke on him. "Tell us about Kevin. Take care of yourself," she replied. 30 years is a long period. I'll see you in 30 years, I suppose. Although Clock's best friend's loyalty is admirable, the feds will attempt to recruit at least 15 other people to come forward with information on the case. A settlement will likely be accepted because most of the team will not be willing to serve the 30 years. During their court appearance this week, Lil Durk discovered that his co-defendant OTF Voney had requested protective custody. How Durk's friend Bezo responded to the news on Instagram Live. This brings to mind the instance of Lil Durk, when claims of snitching against him were made, but were proved to be false.
So what's going on?
But them people that's in them courtrooms, man, for real, for real. Them be false accusations. Y'all don't even know what the be going on for real. Y'all really be trying to play Inspector Gadget and all this. Y'all just be weird as that's what I be talking about, man. Like, first y'all done threw the jam rumors out there. Now y'all talking about money and snitch, gang. A snitch on what? Y'all don't even really know what's going on for real. On my kids, y'all really just be running. And that's why I don't participate in nothing that got to do with nothing illegal. Because of you, y'all be trying to get them put under the jail.
After all of this, we finally got a call from K Flock himself. He joined a FaceTime call with some friends in the free world. It's unclear how he was able to do so, but it appears that Clock is doing well in jail. He updated us that he had commissary money to buy him anything he needed, but some fans think he's been quite scared in jail because he doesn't look like the self-assured K Flock we're used to seeing. The call lasted only about 20 seconds, and I'm afraid I can't share these pictures because of copyright, but they give us a clear picture of how he's been doing on the inside and how he feels about his case.